Hello and welcome to day 7 of our 30-day yoga therapy challenge. Okay, so today is going to be a restorative yoga practice along with a short yoga nidra practice. And I've had a little bit of difficulty finding a quiet time and a quiet place to be able to record this, so fingers crossed that I can get through it this time. And if there's a little bit of background noise, I apologize. So if you would like to play some quiet, relaxing music in the background, please know that that's an option for you as well. And maybe just taking a moment to look around the environment that you're in, around your space, and see if there's anything that you can do or to adjust to make your room feel a little bit warmer and cozier, making sure that you have lots of blankets, maybe lighting a candle or turning off the lights. So that being said, let me go over quickly what we'll need for today's practice. So a stack of blankets would be awesome. If you have at least 3, I'll show you how to set up some tiered blankets. If you don't have blankets, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to use them, but it's just a really, really nice way to support ourselves. You might like to have a bolster or a pillow to bring under your legs. And then I just have another item to bring underneath my ankles as well. You could also, if you're lying, we'll be lying on our back. If you have a chair or a couch or something, or a piece of furniture that you can rest your lower legs on, so it's kind of like halfway legs up the wall, have your legs supported on something, that can be a really nice option as well. I also didn't mention if you have an eye pillow or a face cloth or something to place over your eyes to block out the light, that can be a really, really lovely option as well. And then the last item or items would be to use, and I don't expect anyone to have a sandbag, and you'll need 2 of them because we're going to place them on our hands. So if you have something of substantial weight, you could use like bags of rice, or even like taking a blanket or a towel and folding it up, or a couple towels that can just give a little bit of weight into your hands. So if you need to put the video on pause and to go grab a few more items, do that now, and then we'll meet back together and I'll show you how to get set up. All right, so we're gonna begin by using our blankets, if you have them. So we're gonna let them be kind of a large rectangle, and you're gonna place it at the top of the mat or where you want your head to be, and we're gonna smooth that out. So this is our base layer. And then you're gonna do a similar thing with your next blanket, but this time you're going to place it so that there's a little gap of the bottom blanket at the bottom. So you can see there's about 2 inches of the bottom blanket poking out the bottom. We'll smooth that out. And then 3rd blanket. So if you're going to do this tiered setup, you'll want at least 3 blankets. 4 would be ideal. And then again, setting it up with a 2-inch gap. And you might find that once you eventually lie down on this, depending on the thickness and hardness of your blankets, you might want them a little bit closer together, a little bit wider apart. So you might just need to play around with that. I'm going to use a 4th blanket. And you want the blankets to be fairly wide because your head's going to go at the top and you don't want it to slide down the slope at the back. So just keep that in mind as well. So if you need to bring them a little bit closer together. And then we can test that out. So the bottom blanket ideally is going to line up with the bottom edge of your shoulder blade, and then your head will rest at the top. And then we have this nice kind of tiered slope that's going to support the upper back, the upper arm, the neck, and the head. So come on down once you have that set up and see what that feels like, because you might have to do a little bit of tweaking to, oh, that feels so good. All right, so kind of the bottom of my blades, I can feel support behind my shoulders. And so we're on a slight incline, but the head isn't dropping back and it isn't being pushed forward. So we're kind of keeping our upper body in a nice straight line. So make any little adjustments that you need to. And once you find that feels comfortable, then you can bring a pillow or a bolster or a chair, whatever you're going to use, underneath your legs. And that just kind of helps us to release in through the front of our hips. And then I also like to have something rolled up like a towel or a blanket. I'm just using a felt pad underneath my ankles, just so it doesn't feel like the legs are kind of hanging in space, and it just feels more supportive. And then coming back to whatever you're going to use as your sandbag, my invitation is to have your palms facing up on either side of your body and let that weighted object come onto your hands. Now, if the floor is hard, you might want to bring a towel or something behind your hands just so it feels a little bit softer. And I find this for me is like really, really relaxing, and I get kind of a nice release in and up through my neck and my shoulders. Now, other people can find this rather irritating or uncomfortable. So again, this is just an option that you get to decide if this is what you want to do or not. Another nice option, if you have enough items, is to place a weighted object, or a pillow or something, across your pelvis or right across your hips, and that can feel really nice. Sometimes what feels nice for the first few moments of the practice might not feel so nice a few minutes into the practice, so know that you can remove any of the objects at any time and just lie in a way that you feel comfortable. So make sure you have socks, maybe you have an extra blanket that you can place over your body to keep you nice and warm. And then if you have an eye pillow or something to place over your eyes. So let's just take the next few moments to settle in, making any little adjustments that you need. And as you come into position, let your breath start to soften. Feel the weight of your head, the weight of your arms, and the weight of your legs. If you feel a little bit uncomfortable where your sacrum meets the floor, maybe adding a little bit of folded blanket behind your bum just for an extra bit of support. Notice what you might be able to do or change to make yourself even 1 or 2% more comfortable. So we'll be here for about 10 or 15 minutes. And so if we can avoid moving around and shifting, that would be ideal. Feel the parts of the body in contact with the supports that are beneath you, and allow your body begin to surrender into the supports. And let your breath flow easily and naturally. You don't need to do anything with your breath. Let it start to get really quiet, really soft. Maybe even to the point where you can't even hear yourself breathing. As we rest here, I'm going to begin to name different parts of the body. And when you hear the body part named, let your attention rest at that place and notice what it is that you feel or you experience without judgment or analysis. You might find that certain parts of the body are easier to sense into than others. And that's absolutely normal. If there's a body part that you can't feel at all, you might visualize or imagine what that feeling might be like. So let's begin by bringing your awareness to sensation in your jaw. Sense your chin, your lips, and the muscles around your lips. Feel the roof of your mouth. And the insides of your cheeks. The floor of your mouth, and sensation in your tongue. Feel the whole inside of your mouth, sensing your whole mouth as an orb of radiant sensation. Aware of the breath coming in and out of the right nostril and the left nostril. Both nostrils together. Feeling the caress of air on the outside of your nose. Now begin to sense the outer architecture of your ears. Feel your earlobes and the folds of the upper ears, ear canals and eardrums. Sensing the whole of both ears at once. Sensing the muscles in and around your eyes, front of the eyes, back of the eyes, inner corners of the eyes, outer corners of the eyes, eyelids, eyebrows, even the space between the eyebrows, forehead, sides of the skull, back of your skull, and top of your skull. Feel the whole head now, inside and out, sensing your whole head as an orb of radiant sensation. Back of your neck, sides of the neck, throat, collarbones, top of your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, back of your hands, palm of your hands, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, pinky fingers, and thumbs. Feel the whole of both hands. And both arms and hands together. shoulder blades, the space between your shoulder blades, mid-back, low back. Feel the whole back of your torso. Chest, the front and sides of your rib cage, maybe even sensing the spaces between your ribs. Abdomen, feel the whole front of your torso. Now feel the whole of your torso at once, inside and out. Now sensing your pelvis, the whole of the pelvic bowl, including the front of your hips, your sacrum, tailbone, sitting bones, and pubic bone. Sensing your whole pelvis inside and out. Glutes, outer hips, front of the thighs, and back of the thighs, knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, feel sensation in your heels, soles of the feet, and top of the feet. Big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and baby toes. Maybe even sensing the spaces between your toes. Feeling the whole of both feet. And both legs and feet at once. Feel the whole back side of your torso from your head to your feet. And the whole front side of your torso. Your whole body, face, torso, arms and legs, the whole front side. Now begin to sense the whole right side of your body, the right side of your head, arm, torso, and leg. whole left side of your body, head, arm, torso, and leg. The upper half of your body from your waist all the way up to your head. The whole top half, pure sensation. And feeling the lower half from your hips down to your feet. Feel your whole body now, from head to toe, sensing your whole body as a field of radiant sensation. Very gently, without changing anything, feel your body breathing itself without any effort from you. Gently aware of each breath coming in and each breath going out. Gently energized by the inhales and relaxed by the exhales. Sensing each breath as energy. Let's begin to count the exhales backwards from 6. Your first exhale is 6. The next exhale is 5, and so on. If you lose track, start again at 6. When you get to 1, start again at 6. Counting, resting in this moment of stillness and quiet. If you would like to stay here a little bit longer, feel free. If you feel like you're ready to carry on with the rest of your day, I gently invite you to begin to take a deeper, longer breath, filling the lungs with air slowly and gently, and maybe a long, slow exhale out through the mouth. Beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, inviting movement back into the body. It might feel nice to gently roll the head side to side. Maybe inviting movement into the arms and legs by rolling them in and out a few times. And then beginning to bend the knees, bringing the feet back onto the ground. And in your own time, if you're coming up, roll over to your side, pausing there for a moment. There's no rush. And then in your own time, finding your way back up to sitting. And if you continue to rest, please stay there and rest. So wherever you are, I hope you can take these feelings of ease and restfulness and relaxation into the rest of your day and the week ahead. If you have any questions, please feel to reach out to me by email, and I look forward to joining you tomorrow for our second week of our 30-day challenge. Have a great